Greetings, mortals. This is Michael Morrison of Séance of Sorrow. Today, I will be reacting to the new music video by Marilyn Manson for the latest single, Sacrilegious. Previously, I did reaction videos to the first single music video, As Sick as the Secrets Within, and the audio release of the second single, Raise the Red Flag. I will put the links to those videos in the description of this video. Here we go. Okay, right away. This is a different look from the last couple of music videos we got. He's in a different wardrobe, and it's nice that we have another music video here with the full band. I like the black and white approach. This song right off the bat sounds differently to me also than the last two singles. Not quite as dark, not quite as heavy. Let's keep going here. Sacrilegious, put your arms around me. I'll stab you in the back. You'll never see a skeleton Christ. I'll be the one in Bible black. Okay. It's interesting that they are performing in a warehouse. And it's kind of a minimal design set. Very little use of props so far in this video as well. We saw that quick little bit in the confession booth, which looked cool. And of course he was using, some of the old Marilyn Manson moves that he's become famous for. The arm twitching and whatnot. But so far, it seems like a pretty straight to the point music video. Okay, musically, I'm hearing some interesting things here that, like the last two singles, they are just kind of a blend of all these different eras of Marilyn Manson. That keyboard that I'm hearing sounds like something that would have been on Mechanical Animals or Hollywood. The guitar scratching that we're hearing that has a rhythmic sensibility to it, very reminiscent of the early work as made famous by the Beautiful People. So he's including all of these things that he has been known for over the years. I like it so far. Let's get evil. I'm feeling sacrilegious. Okay. Cool lyric. I have to point this out. As much as I'm enjoying the new music and this kind of return to form and seeing Marilyn Manson look so good, I am not terribly impressed with the image of the overall band. They just look like, average rock stars. Nothing against that look, but that's just not what Marilyn Manson has been known for decades at this point. I mean, the band always looked rather extreme. And that's something that I miss about the old Marilyn Manson. Because not only was he very interesting to look at, but so was the rest of the band. All the footage I've been seeing online of this band live, I appreciate the energy that they're putting into the songs. I'm seeing, a lot of stage movement, and that's nice. But again, it's just missing that classic look that I wish was still a part of this brand. I'm also kind of surprised with the location of this music video just being in a warehouse. I mean, the budget behind this does not seem to be extravagant. And I don't know if that is a result of his current label. I mean, if you're familiar with Nuclear Blast Records, a lot of their bands do music videos that are not a really high budget video. So maybe that is the contributing factor. I don't know. Let's continue on here. Okay, after hearing that a second time, that vocal melody sounds a lot like an Ozzy Osbourne melody to me. If you took Marilyn Manson's vocal out of this and replaced it with Ozzy's singing that exact same melody, it would sound exactly like what he's known for. So that's interesting. On this new record so far, with the singles that we've gotten, it seems like there is a very deliberate attempt by Marilyn Manson to sing these songs clearly. There is not as much dirty vocal happening. I have mixed feelings about it. It's nice to be able to hear him sing so clearly. On the last few records, it's kind of been all over the place. But this looks like, it sounds like, he's been very intentional here. I'm really just intrigued to hear the rest of this record. Let's keep going. That's also just a classic Marilyn Manson music approach. Some lyric that sounds very dark, menacing, cryptic, but repeated over and over. It reminds me of You and Me and the Devil Makes Three. Something he did on the Eat Me, Drink Me record. So again, we're getting a blend of all of these things that he's known for put into these songs. It's really cool. Okay, I really appreciated that glimpse that we got of that painting. Clearly painted by Marilyn Manson. It is very indicative of all of his other work. And it seems to be a portrait of Christ, or a Christ-like figure. And of course we're getting that type of lyric in this song too. And it's really interesting because there's been a lot of speculation regarding where Marilyn Manson stands currently in terms of spirituality. I've seen things online, I'm sure the rest of you have. Everybody that's a hardcore Marilyn Manson fan has seen these things about him attending some church service with Kanye West and Justin Bieber. He's close with Kat Von D. I mean, we all know that she's been very outspoken about this new chapter in her life of pursuing Christianity. And of course, there's the sobriety factor that has come into play for Marilyn Manson. Perhaps that the turning of that page opened his eyes to some other things that he hadn't previously considered. I don't know. Although the lyrics to this song would indicate otherwise. I mean, he's saying, I'm feeling evil. Let's get sacrilegious. But things are never what they appear on the surface with Marilyn Manson. There's always some other meaning. So who knows what he really means by that? Okay, I think I quoted that lyric wrong last time. Let's get evil, I'm feeling sacrilegious is the lyric. Another thing that I want to point out that I thought when I watched the last music video for Raise the Red Flag, which I didn't do a reaction video to, but currently he has Reba from Code Orange in this lineup, and a lot of people are talking about that online, and she hadn't addressed anything about it until somewhat recently. I think it's been a couple of weeks ago now. She released a statement essentially saying how grateful and proud she was to be amongst such good company in this group, working with Marilyn Manson and all these other excellent musicians. And I don't believe she has said anything yet about her status with Code Orange. But I can't imagine that they are going to be very active while she is pursuing this tour with Marilyn Manson and this album cycle. I mean, there's gonna be more than one tour for sure. So who knows if they're gonna replace her or what. But she brings a certain energy to the band that I do like, even though I'm not really excited about her overall image for this band. I do appreciate the energy she brings. There's just something about that youthful energy. The rest of the guys playing in this band are older. they've been around the block many times. And that doesn't, I don't say that to rip on these guys at all. If anything, it's a praise to them. But there just is a difference in energy between somebody that's older and someone that's younger. And you can really see that with her performances. Cool video. Overall, I like it. The things that I can't say that I don't like them. I just wish that there was a little more to give here. As I mentioned previously, in his older music videos, there was always a very high budget. And so you saw a lot of really great imagery amongst many different scenes, different locations, different wardrobe, also other actors. That is completely missing from everything we've seen in this new album cycle. I suspect that it has a lot to do with the budget of the label. Nuclear Blast, they are the largest, if I'm correct on this, I believe they are the largest independent heavy metal label in the world. But as an independent label, they have to distribute their finances accordingly to the acts that they represent. There's just not as much money to go around in a label like that compared to, a really major label that has millions of dollars behind it. And I think that under the circumstances, Marilyn Manson is still putting forth a great effort to deliver quality art, to make these videos as intriguing as possible with what he has to work with. Out of everything I've seen so far, my favorite has actually been the first single. Primarily because of that extremely creepy that like primordial sack or whatever you want to call it that he was in and coming out of, and the symbolism of rebirth and all that. Great use of practical effects. And that's another thing that I'll say here that have really enjoyed out of everything that has been put out so far on this album cycle. There is no sign of digital anything in terms of video, at least not that I remember or have caught. I mean, everything looks like practical effects. What you see is what you get. Somebody actually made these things. And that's something that I feel like is completely missing in the art of music videos today. I mean, we have gotten so spoiled by digital technology that it's becoming easier and easier to make videos that do look cool, but they're not authentic. And I appreciate that Marilyn Manson is still putting out art that's authentic and music that's authentic. And there is a message here lyrically that you can tell is authentic. So I praise him for that. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you would like to know more about Seance of Sorrow, please visit our YouTube channel. There are 2 music videos up there right now, Unholy Angel and Dark Rain, and more music videos are coming soon. If you liked this reaction video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and you can also learn more about Seance of Sorrow at seanceofsorrow.com. Until next time, guys, I'll be watching you from the black.